You guys are about to embark on your longest road trip this season. What's the mentality and mindset of you guys going into this trip?
Bring the game that we've had at home and establish a good road game. I think that we're a team that we've got a lot of depth and, we can play, any of our lines against any teams on the road, so we don't got to worry about matching up and stuff like that, and you trust every guy that's out there. So just get a good start to the road trip tomorrow in Columbus and carry it on throughout the trip.
Elements of a road game, what do good elements look like for this group?
Get off to good starts in tough buildings. Obviously, you want to take away the other team's momentum right off the bat. Play simple, smart hockey. Obviously, you don't want to give the other team any momentum in their own arena. Get pucks out at our blue line, get pucks in deep, get on the forecheck, establish, our game down low, getting pucks to the net, getting bodies to the net, and just creating havoc and winning battles in front of both net fronts, and that's a recipe for success for us.
You've been a guy who's been out west all over the league and travel. I guess when it adds up, this West Coast, Western Canada travel, how do you mentally and physically just adjust to that?
Yeah, it's not an easy trip. Obviously, a lot of time change, a lot of late nights getting in and stuff like that. So it's managing your sleep schedule first and foremost, managing nutrition, hydration, all that kind of stuff plays into what kind of product you put on the ice. So just taking care of your body, taking care of yourself, taking care of your body on and off the ice, and making sure that you're putting yourself in a good situation whenever the puck drops.
Another excellent opportunity too for this close-knit group to bond, I'm sure. I guess how much does that go into these road trips and helping make that time go faster and easier?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you can get on the road and get a few days with the boys, it's always a good thing, right? So, team bonding, team camaraderie. The best teams I've been a part of, that's a core mentality of those groups, and I think that we've done a good job to this point of doing that as a group. And obviously, we had a long home stretch in November there, so it'd be nice to get back on the road, get together with the guys, and keep the good feeling going in here after the big win last night.
And you and Gibby have essentially shared the net this season. How has it been working with him and just your guys' tandem this season?
It's been great. We're two guys that are just pushing each other. We've both been around a long time and know how to prepare for games, and it doesn't matter who's in the net, we're going to support each other, and we both want what's best for this team. So it's been a great working relationship with him, and again, nice to get on the road, get to spend some time with him. He's got kids here, I got kids, so you don't get a lot of time at home. So anytime you get on the road and get to spend some time with your partner and the boys, it's always fun.
Thanks, Talbot.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I'm used to him, so.
What do you do?
I think it's a hard question. It kind of depends where you are, so you kind of just take what's given. But I think you ask anybody who watch movies or shows or whatever.
Any particular show you're into right now, or?
No, I gotta find one. I finished them all early in the year, so I gotta find one for this road trip.
And I know you take everything game by game, but just to get a win again, how good did that feel?
Yeah, it was good.
Do you feel like you're hitting your stride, John?
Not yet. Only won one game in the last however many, so still room for improvement.
How disappointing was that, obviously?
But
Just the losses?
I don't think anybody likes to lose, so.
When you're coming into a new team, I don't know you've been here a couple months now, but is a trip like this still good just to a little extra bonding time or such? Or?
Yeah, it's always nice to get a road trip, but also I think it's a big road trip for us, so we got to put the points together, and obviously you want to get off to a good start, and got a big win here before the road trip, so hopefully we can carry that on into tomorrow night in Columbus and make it a good road trip.
Do you recall what the longest trip you would have had was in Anaheim?
Well, early on, I think I had like a 17-day, or we had a couple long ones. There's always, I think early on in my career, mostly you did like 2 or 3 East Coast trips, so you're doing 2, 6, or 7 games, so nothing out of the ordinary.
How do you pack for a 17-day road trip?
I don't think it's as bad as you think. You bring a couple suits and dress shirts, and that kills the games, and then a couple of outfits for going out to dinner, and I think you ask anybody, you're probably going to wear something twice.
With the parity in the East, especially as division teams closely bunched together, is it feeling different playing on the road? Maybe not quite as daunting, maybe as these trips as maybe before.
No, I think it's pretty similar. We're going to play the West teams, but you see how close the East is, and we don't want to lose ground. We want to kind of make up ground. So, like I said, it's a big road trip, and hopefully we can come away with as many wins as we can.
Gibby, Talbot's talked about how he's enjoyed sharing the net with you and just learning and bouncing ideas off each other. How have you appreciated your tandem so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think similar to what he said, it just kind of both been around a while, played a lot of games, so just kind of use each other for feedback and friendly competition.
Thanks, Gibby.
Todd, just a couple of days ago, we were talking about parity in here, and you mentioned the road. Does that make a trip like this, I mean, where you're away so much, a little less daunting than in the past?
My answer would be no, but that's just me as an individual. I don't think about the standings really right now and how tight it is. I just think about the games that we have to play, and 6 of them in whatever it is, 10 nights or 9 nights. That's not an easy load, but it's something that we're capable of handling. We went on this segment of trip, or part of it, last year and had success with the same type of schedule. So, and I think it'll be good for our team to get out. As I said last night, we've been gone, but we haven't really been gone since we got back from California and Vegas. So we're looking forward to it, and we just got to play one game at a time. I think every coach in the league would tell you that right now. We're not looking at the standings because you go from 1st to 7th in one night without even playing. So it really doesn't matter.
And from last night, I mean, how repeatable do you think that start is? Because that really set a tone.
It did. I thought our third period in Boston set us up for the first period in Detroit. Played a good third period there. We solved some of the issues that we had coming through the neutral zone, and we established a forecheck, and then it carried over into the game. We'd like to extend it further. We didn't want to put ourselves in the situation that we ended up in down the stretch, but as I said, we still are learning and fixing things, but we did it with a win. Yes.
Just getting contributions lately from offensively and defensively, JVR, Rasmussen last night, Bernard Docker. Just how important is that going to be going forward, especially on this trip, to take the load off the guys that you count on every night?
Well, and that was going to be my answer. We want to put pressure on our top players to score. That's what they do, and they do a real good job and have done a real good job of it. We don't want that to disappear, but we can't expect them to carry the load, on their shoulders throughout the whole year. And we've been able to give ourselves an opportunity at some wins here over the last little bit. I even think in Jersey, with the type of game that we played and the contributions from our bottom 6 forwards, if you want to call them that. Maybe didn't get the goals, but we created a lot of chances and opportunities off of that. So the goal scorers last night, they were, from the unusual characters, if you will, is welcomed. But some that didn't score also played a pretty solid game. I think of the Danielson, Casper, Soderblom line. They've had 2 real good games together. And hopefully they can carry that on as well and eventually get rewarded. But it's essential.
It looked like Rasmussen was good.
He looked good in practice today. He lost a little feeling and strength yesterday when he got hit, and I don't think it was an injury. It was just something pinched, and it's back now, and away we go.
You've done so many of these West Coast trips when you guys were going the other direction. Mm-hmm. Is it a good bonding opportunity for the team and whatnot? You're on the road that long?
The best bonding trip is a winning one. No matter where you go. We always talk about that before we leave, and we hope it comes to fruition. But if you suck the whole trip, well, it's not a lot of fun bonding like that. So there are opportunities for the players to get out and get together and have team dinners and all that stuff that we talk about all the time. But the best bonding trip is a winning trip.
So how does Todd McLellan and Trent Yanni attack the road? You already got your restaurants in mind, or what?
Well, we need our rest, so a nice soft bed, and our hours will be similar to what they are here, but with the time change, it can take its toll. But for both Jans and I, and I guess it would just be Jans and I on the staff, we've spent basically our entire career in the Western Conference. So. Families out there too and that type of stuff, but the team, the preparation, the guidance takes precedent over any of that stuff.
High steakhouse in Calgary, then?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few.
What does Rasmussen's best game look like in your eyes?
Rasmussen's best game?
Like when he's at
He's actually played a couple of them. Like if you think about, you take his game last night, he looked faster. He looked more confident. He looked bigger. He looked stronger. He went to the net. He did that in Boston. It's not just because he scored the goals, but he certainly looks confident now. I think sitting out a little bit and healing up from his injury has helped him. He's just visually looks really excited about playing right now, and that's a good thing. Powerful, drives the net, protects pucks. He's going to score some ugly goals, face-offs, reliable penalty killer. Those would be the descriptors for Ras for the most part.
I guess I was wondering partly is it about hanging on to pucks and being able to take them himself, or is it more about being in I'm sure it's both always, but being in the area that
it's going to be a combination. When you have that amount of size, you should be able to hold on to pucks long enough to keep plays alive, to create for your line mates. And then when you don't have it, can you get to a spot where you create chaos or occupy important real estate, if you will. And Copper did that last night. You think of Mo's goal. He occupied important ice just long enough for us to get rewarded. It wasn't off on the side where it's not so important. It was important ice.
And then with Marco, he kind of took off last year when he was with Dylan and Lucas. I know Emmett's done a good job for you guys there, but have you thought about giving him a look there to spark him at all?
I like Marco's game over the last 4 or 5. I like the line that he's playing on. I think they've been productive. They've had multiple scoring chances. Emmett's done a good job with the other two. There is a lot of hockey left. That opportunity may come to the forefront. But for the most part, the last 6 periods, give or take a few minutes here or there, we've liked how our lines have looked, and we haven't been real consistent with them, since early in the year.
On a road trip like this where you're crossing time zone late nights, how essential is that support staff that is helping the team? And over the years for you as a coach, how have you seen that small army evolve on teams?
Well, and I'm looking around here, for those of you that are, lucky or unlucky, it depends how you look at it, to travel with us, you see the work that goes on behind the scenes with everybody from equipment to nutrition to the getting the bodies ready, the therapy, all that type of stuff, even the skills coaches. Everybody's there to service the players so that they can play their best. And I think this staff here does an outstanding job. They have every tool they need, and they're committed to it. So our players certainly don't go without, and there's no excuses, 0 excuses, because our staff does such a good job.
Lisa's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, she drops off healthy cookies, apparently. I like them.